The moment you realize that no one is coming to save you is the moment you begin to save yourself. I want you to pause and breathe that in. We grow up with stories, fairy tales, heroes, magic solutions. Somewhere along the way we begin to wait. We wait for someone to notice our pain, to recognize our potential, to rescue us from the chaos within. But here's the truth. No one is coming. That's not hopeless. That's power. Because the moment you accept that, you stop waiting and you start rising. We all carry pain, some of it loud, some of it buried so deep, it only shows up as silence. But in this world that constantly demands proof of suffering, we sometimes begin to showcase our wounds instead of healing them. Pain becomes performance. We post it, share it, talk about it, not always to express it, but often to be seen, and slowly, unknowingly, we begin to wrap our identity around it. But pain was never meant to become your stage, it was meant to become your teacher. When you perform pain for applause, you stop listening to what it's trying to teach you. Owning your pain is a sacred act. It means sitting with yourself in the quiet moments and asking, what is this pain trying to show me? It means not rushing to cover it up or present it as something neat and poetic. Real healing is messy. It's not always shareable. Sometimes you won't have the words for it, and that's okay. Owning your pain doesn't require a witness, it requires honesty. It's the courage to stop pretending you're okay when you're not, but also to stop needing your suffering to be validated by the reactions of others. There's a world of difference between expressing your emotions and performing them. Expression is for release, performance is for recognition. When you perform your pain, you become attached to it. You begin to fear who you are without it. But you are not your trauma. You are not the worst thing that happened to you. You are who you choose to become after it. Owning your pain means letting it shape you without letting it define you. It's a quiet rebellion against the lie that brokenness is your only identity. So take back your pain not to display it, but to understand it. Let it break you open, not just break you down. Peel away the layers you've built to protect yourself and ask, what do I still need to grieve? What haven't I forgiven myself for? The answers may hurt, but they'll also set you free. The world doesn't need a performance, it needs your truth. And the first step to truth is to stop pretending and start owning what is real inside you. There's a moment in every life where we want someone to say, it's not your fault, and sometimes it truly isn't. People leave, life disappoints, circumstances fall apart. And it's easy, even natural, to sit in that space of blame and say, look what they did to me. But here's the unspoken truth. While you may not have caused the pain, clinging to blame won't heal it. Responsibility doesn't mean taking the blame for things beyond your control. It means taking the power back to shape what happens next. It's not punishment. It's a quiet form of personal freedom. When you hold on to blame, you're still tethered to the past. You give your power away to the people or events that hurt you. But when you say, this happened, and now I choose how to rise from it, something shifts. You become the author of your story instead of the victim of your circumstances. You stop waiting for apologies that may never come. You stop replaying the old conversations in your head. Taking responsibility is not about denying what happened to you, it's about refusing to let it define the rest of your life. Many people confuse responsibility with weight, like it's something too heavy to carry. But the truth is, blaming others is what truly exhausts us. It keeps us stuck in a loop where we relive pain instead of rewriting the future. Responsibility is lighter than resentment. It's not about control, it's about choice. Every time you choose to respond instead of react, to heal instead of harden, to learn instead of linger, you are setting yourself free. You are building a life that doesn't wait for rescue, but rises with resolve. Think of it this way. Your life is not a script someone else handed you. It's a blank page every single morning. And no matter how many chapters began with heartbreak, you get to decide how the next one unfolds. When you take responsibility for your healing, your energy, your future, you don't become weaker, you become unstoppable. You stop saying, "Why did this happen to me?" and start saying, "What can I do with what happened?" That shift is not just the beginning of healing, it's the beginning of becoming. How many dreams have died quietly because someone was waiting for a green light that never came? We're taught to wait to be chosen, wait to be approved, wait to be told we are enough. But life does not hand out permission slips. The people you are waiting on to notice you, to validate you, to say now is the right time, they're not thinking about you the way you think they are. And even if they did, it wouldn't matter, because the only voice you need permission from is your own. You don't have to wait to feel ready. Readiness is often a myth disguised as fear. We tell ourselves we'll act when we're more confident, more skilled, more worthy, but confidence doesn't come before the action, it comes through it. Every person who has ever done something meaningful was uncertain when they began. The only difference is they didn't wait for someone to crown them worthy. They stood up, even in the trembling. They moved forward, even in the doubt. You are not unfinished. You are not too late. You are not lacking something essential that others have. The world won't slow down until you feel qualified. And the truth is, most people are improvising anyway. The only way to grow is to start from where you are with what you have. You have ideas that deserve to breathe, gifts that deserve to be shared, and a voice that deserves to be heard not someday, but now. Stop asking for seats at tables where your voice has to shrink. Build your own table. Take up space. You belong, even if no one tells you so. When you stop waiting for permission, you start giving yourself the freedom to be seen, not the version you've polished for approval, but the real you. And the real you is far more powerful than you think. There is something magnetic about a person who chooses themselves, who doesn't wait to be rescued or discovered or applauded. The people we admire most weren't handed opportunities, they created them. You don't need someone to say go. The moment you believe you are allowed to begin is the moment everything changes. There are moments in life when you feel like a storm, everything around you is chaos, and everything inside you is even louder. You break things, you push people away, you cry without knowing why. And yet, there are also moments when you surprise yourself with the calm you carry. When you hold space for others, when you offer comfort, when you become someone else's shelter even while you are still searching for your own, you are not one or the other, you are both. You are the thunder and the stillness that follows it. The truth is, there's room in you for all of it. We're taught to choose to be soft or strong, quiet or loud, emotional or composed. But you don't have to split yourself in half to be acceptable. You don't have to hide your fire just to be safe. Some days you will rage. Some days you will restand. Both are valid. Being the storm doesn't make you dangerous. It means you are alive. And being the shelter doesn't mean you're invulnerable. It means you've learned to carry peace through pain. The power lies in holding both, knowing when to shake the ground and when to sit with someone in silence. You have survived things that could have broken you completely, yet here you are still standing, still giving, still feeling deeply. That is not weakness. That is strength in its purest form. People may see only the surface, but beneath it, you've rebuilt yourself from ruins more times than you can count. You've stitched yourself together with resilience, with quiet courage, with uncelebrated victories. And because you've known what it's like to fall apart, you now know how to hold others when they do. That is the shelter you've become in, from being untouched by storms, but from learning how to weather them. So remember this. Your sensitivity is not your flaw, it is your superpower. Your strength is not only in your ability to endure, but in your willingness to feel, to rise again, and to keep your heart open despite it all. You don't need to choose between being powerful and being kind, between breaking and healing. You are both. You are the force that can shake foundations and the warmth that can build them back. And once you realize that, you stop apologizing for the fire inside you. You start honoring it. So here you are, no rescuer, no spotlight, no grand announcement that your life is about to change. Just you. And maybe, for the first time, that's more than enough. You are not waiting anymore. You are becoming. You are stepping into the fire and realizing it doesn't burn you, it forges you. You are not the victim of your story. You are the author, the editor, and the voice that refuses to stay silent. No one is coming to save you, not because you're not worth saving, but because you've always had what it takes to save yourself. The strength, the clarity, the courage, it's been there, quietly waiting for you to notice. So resonate in anger, not in desperation, but in quiet power. Rise knowing you're allowed to take up space, to heal on your own terms, to rebuild without permission. You are the storm. You are the shelter. And most of all, you are the one you've been waiting for.